Hi guys, it's Amy with A2ZStamping.com. Today I'm going to make a sweet little card using the Banners for You stamp set. This stamp set's really cool. So it's kind of a generic stamp set. It's got these 4 banners. So there's this one, this is one banner, this one, and this banner. And then each of these are individual words, so you can make up whatever saying you want onto the banners. And then there's some flowers. And then the cool thing is there are coordinating framelits. They're called Bunch of Banners framelits dies that you can buy. And here's what you get. So each of these, I'm going to be using this one, each of these cuts out these. So it's really cool. So anyway, these coordinate really well with all different other stamp sets that you're stamping things and then you want to put a banner on it, but you can also use it by itself, and that's what I'm going to do today. All right, so the first thing I need is I'm going to do my stamping. And we're going to use 4 different ink colors today. I've got Melon Mambo, Old Olive, Bermuda Bay, and then my card base is going to be Daffodil Delight. So since these are photopolymer stamps, I need a foam pad to go underneath, and I just need a piece of scrap paper here. All right, so I have a piece of Whisper White cardstock. This is cut at 3 3/4 by 5. Let me lay that there. Okay, and I'm going to be using several of the stamps from this set. So I'm going to be using, I'm going to say, what am I going to say? I'm going to say you matter. So you matter so much to me. All right. And then I'm going to be using all of these flowers right here. So these 5 flowers, okay? So first I want to stamp on my flowers, and I'm going to start with the Old Olive. Let's see, actually I'll put my ink on this side. Okay. So I've got my G block here, and the fern leaves I have on this side, and I have another set of leaves on this side. That works for me because I want to use this block for both. So I'm going to ink up this fern up, and I'm just going to start getting this in different spots on my paper. I want to go all around the whole, oh, looks like I got ink on my fingers and on my paper. That's okay. All right. Okay, and let me grab my Stampin Scrub here, clean off my stamp. Now that's all clean and ready to put away. And now I'm going to grab, or I'm going to use this other side, and this time I'm going to stamp off because I want it to be a little bit lighter, just so there's a color differentiation. So I'm going to stamp off. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Go with one right here, 5. Let's do one right here. Okay, let me scrub that off. All right, and I'm finished with that one and my Old Olive. All right. Next thing I'm going to grab is the Bermuda Bay. And in my world, flower stems can be this color. So I'm going to do this. Let's see, I'm going to do this right here. This is just a leaf. It's just more leaves and stems. Okay, so I'm going to stamp that in the Bermuda Bay, and I'm going to go all around. I think that would be really pretty leaves if they really were this color. I want some of it to go off the paper and some of it to be on the paper. Let's see, let's go there, here, and let's do one more right here. Okay, and I'll clean that off, and I'm all done with that, and that fit perfectly on this B block. All right, and that's all for the Bermuda Bay. And then I'm going to stamp with the Melon Mambo. Have to have some hot pink flowers. All right, and I have the flower. It's just the top of the flower there. And I'm going to stamp that. See, this is just a stem and it needs a flower, so now I'm going to put the flowers on. And the nice thing is, since they're photopolymer, I can see where I'm stamping. So I'm going to give each of these a flower. See, it's pretty quick and simple. and see how fun and easy it is to make your own background. All right, oh, looks like that's all of them. Okay, and this one didn't stamp all the way, so I'm gonna just do that one more time and I can line it up. Perfect. All right, clean that one off. And then on the other side, I have the 3 little dots, and I'm gonna ink those up. And the Bermuda Bay stems I did, see this little stem that's sticking out? I'm gonna stick these little dots right at the end of that. All right. And I think that's all of them. All right, looks cute. I like it. Okay, clean that off. And this was the A block, and so the little dots and the flower fit on that. All right, I'm gonna close that up. Now I'm gonna set this aside, and we have a little bit more stamping to do. I'm going to grab a scrap piece of Daffodil Delight Cardstock out. Actually, I'll leave it on here. And I'm going to stamp the banner, the big banner. So this fit on the E block. I have it up toward the top, and I'm going to use Daffodil Delight. So I'm going to ink this up really well. Let's see, get it all inked up really well. Now I want to make sure I don't rock my stamp at all when I stamp this, and I'm going to put it right. Let's see, where am I going to put it? Right. Actually, let me. Before I do that, I'm just going to cut this scrap piece off because I don't want it to get in my way. Just use my paper snips. All right, now I'm going to stamp this again, or stamp it right here. And I'm going to go this way. Okay, and I'm going to stamp that right here. And press, straight down, press, press, and lift. Perfect. All right, clean that off. And that stamp is done, and I can put that away. Okay, and that's all for my Daffodil Delight. All right, I'm done with my stamping, so I can put my foam pad away. I don't need this. All right, so now I'm going to grab my Big Shot. And let me set that right here. All right, so I have the magnetic platform down and a plate. And then I'm going to stick this on here and the framelit. And let's see, it goes this way. So I'm using the magnetic plate so that this sticks right to it. I like to use the magnetic platform whenever I'm cutting out a stamped image, just so I know it lines up perfectly. So let me get that exactly where I want it. Let's see, that looks about right. Okay, come on. Let's go this way a tiny bit. Okay, that looks pretty good. All right, put my top plate on and run it through. All right, that's it. I can grab this out and put this away. Okay, and then this pops right out, and there, it's all cut out. Okay. So now what I want to do is I want to stamp onto this. And what I did earlier, so I took the You Matter So Much to Me, and I lined them up on here. I'll show you actually. So I took these and I laid them exactly where I wanted them. You matter so much to me. And this is the nice thing about the photopolymer stamps, is you can see exactly where the placement is. So instead of stamping each of these separately, which I could do, I lined them up how I want it. Then I took a block big enough and I just laid it on top. And now I can ink it up and stamp it. So I'm going to stamp that in the Bermuda Bay ink. And that way I only have to stamp once. And if I was doing several cards at once, this would make it way easier. Okay. So I'm going to lay that on there and stamp. All right, perfect. All right, let me clean those off. And now these 3 I'm done with. Okay, so now we can put our card together. Okay, so first thing is I have a 8.5 by 5.5 piece of Daffodil Delight cardstock that I scored at 4 1/4. Fold that over, give it a nice crisp crease, my bone folder. Next thing I'm going to do is I have a piece of Bermuda Bay cardstock. It is cut at, let's see, what's this cut at? It is cut at 4 by 5 1/4. And I'm going to take my SNAIL Adhesive and just put it on here. All right, and get that on here. There's a fly in my office and it's driving me crazy. All right, there we go. Next thing is we'll take this. And first thing I want to do is I want to tie a ribbon. So I have this brand new double stitched ribbon. It's in Daffodil Delight and it's the 1/4 inch. Yeah, it's called double stitched ribbon. Can you see? It has little double stitching, little X's on that side, and this side the lines look like that. So I'm going to take just a little piece here and I'm going to cut it with my paper snips. Then I'm going to I like to just put some adhesive on the back. Let me grab a piece of. I just put a little bit of adhesive on the end. Sometimes I just use Scotch tape. It doesn't really matter. There we go. And I'm going to wrap it around my card like so. Let's see, I think I want it right in the center. Flip it over and then stick those edges down. All right. And now I'm going to, well, I've got it flipped over. I'm going to do my adhesive. I want to do it over the ribbon so that it stays down. All right. And I'm going to stick that right on top of here. Okay. Now I'm going to take another piece of the ribbon, and I have trouble tying bows lately, so I'm going to do an extra long piece, but I'm going to just slide it under here. And again, this is the 1/4 inch double stitch Daffodil Delight ribbon. I'm going to tie a bow right here. Okay, so, and I want it pretty close to this edge. So I'm going to go like this, wrap this one around and up and through. Okay, and now I'll just make it a little bit smaller. Okay, let's see how this looks. Okay, and now I'm going to snip my little edges with my paper snips. All right, cute little bow right there. And then the last thing I'm going to do is put on my banner, and I'm going to use some dimensionals. So you need to use quite a few dimensionals on this one, at least I think you do, because you want one on each end, and then I think you need one in the center just so that it doesn't cave in, since this is a really large banner. All right, so let's peel all these off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. It's okay to use 7 dimensionals. It comes with 300 in a package and they're pretty cheap. So, all right, and this is going to go right here. And that's it. You matter so much to me. I love that. And here's one I did earlier. So see, my pattern is a little bit different, so it doesn't really matter how you do it. This bow is way better than that bow. I don't know what is going on with this bow. Okay, I think I see it's going inside out. I'm going to fuss with that though and fix it. But there's my cute little cards using the Banners for You stamp set. You guys would really get a lot out of this stamp set. This banner is really fun to use, and this banner. You can use these banners on practically any card or project that you're working on. So I think this is a great one to have. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you visit me at a2zstamping.com and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks, guys. Bye.